What is going on today? And welcome everyone to the official first episode of Off the Record with Will and Dev. We are
Yeah.
super excited to start this journey with you guys, start this podcast with you guys, and make sure that, we have a good, fun time with every episode. We've talked about this in the past about starting one, and we've kind of been on the edge about it because we were like, dang, do we start this with more people? Do we do this by ourselves? Do we, we go on back and forth, but it was about that time that we just take our shot, we start the podcast, and we go with the flow, man. And I'm never been happier to start a podcast with my boy Dev. How are you doing today? You are the co-host of Off the Record. How we doing?
Fantastic. Super excited. Like you said, first podcast, ready to get it off the ground and have a fun time with everybody. Ready to dive right in and get things rolling.
There we go. So, this is just as like a general consensus for everyone. Um, we are going to start this first podcast off with kind of like a little, like who we are as a person, as like, you know, our name, age, stuff like that, just to make sure you know us for who we are. Well, I guess not who we are, right? Because you're not gonna like know our morals by episode one. But I mean, for the most,
It'll fill out. It'll fill
yeah,
out.
you'll fill us out every episode, and especially probably this first episode once we go about our
Yeah,
day
man.
with our topic for today. But do you want to start us off, Dev?
Sure. My name's Devin. I am, well, by the time this episode probably airs, I'll probably be right around turning 30. My birthday's this month. I am the oldest of six siblings. So super cool. Uh, Hometown, Jacksonville, North Carolina. East Coast over here. Got two cats and full-time workers. Starting off this podcast as like a not really a side gig, but as just something to get kicking off with.
For sure.
And back to you, Will.
Um, yeah, I mean, my name's Will. I'm also going to be turning that glorious number 30 here in July.
Gosh, dude, we're old.
I know, man. My body's starting to feel it pretty hard. But I will be turning 30 in July. What else do we want? I am from Minnesota, but I was born in California. I did a transitional move in it would have been last August. So I'm
You
almost a year into Minnesota.
already?
I
That was
know, dude.
fast.
Time flies. I survived my first winter in Minnesota. All the snowstorms, all the weather atrocious.
Because we
But
don't get stuff like that here, bro.
to be
We
honest, bro,
barely
I,
get snow.
I loved it. Like, you know, some days it was like I woke up and the Ring camera notification was like, "Oh, snowstorm," and I was like, "Whoa, I'm used to 100-degree weather. What is this?" Like,
Bro, like if we even get like a couple of inches here in Jacksonville, the whole town's shutting down. Like we don't operate like that. We don't have snow trucks. We don't have the facilities to manage snow. So any amount of snow, call it a wrap. Everyone freaks out. Water, eggs, bread, all being bought up in the store. It is a madhouse. Don't mention snow, Jacksonville.
to be completely honest with you, I think the one bad thing about living in Minnesota probably has to be the black ice.
See, again, we don't even get that much snow, so we've never even had black ice like that here. So
Dude,
I can't even imagine that that's probably way
it
worse.
is a life-changing, literally life-changing event. My first experience with black ice, we went off to drop my sister off at the Duluth airport in Minnesota.
Mhm.
There's a back road to Duluth that is only an
Some
hour
back
away.
roads.
No, but the black ice is everywhere. It's
Yeah,
not just on the back road. It's
but it's
like
always the worst, I feel like, on back roads.
100% because they don't. So here in Minnesota, they don't do back roads with the salt
Mhm,
until like 10 a.m. But she had to be there
mm,
by 4 a.m. So there's the back road or there's the freeway that takes 2 hours to Duluth.
mhm.
We were like we just got my mom's all weather tires. We were like, bro, we got this, man. Like she has all weather tires. We're gonna drive through this. We're gonna be great.
Oh, boy.
We get about like 30 minutes into the drive. We're about 15 minutes away from the airport. We start to go up a hill, and then out of nowhere, the back of our car, whoosh, whoosh. And I was like, bro,
Oh my
Jesus, take the
god.
wheel, man. We're about to.
We're done. We're
Yeah,
toast.
we're about to like just go off the edge. And this
Oh
is our
gosh.
entire family in the car, except for our grandma. So, um,
Gee. The whole Will family
so
would be gone.
yeah, and so I was like, man, I don't know how we're gonna do this. This is my mom's first time driving in black ice. I've I'd never had experience with it, but I knew like the do's and the don'ts on black ice.
Yeah.
You never want to put your foot on the brake on black ice.
Yeah, you let it ride. You let it ride.
Yeah, you kind of just have to send it as much as you can and safely get off to the side of the road or like safely get into the snow, you know?
Mhm.
So I was like trying to give my mom advice from the back seat, but eventually we just started rolling back down the hill because she like stomped on the brake and I was like,
Oh,
"Well, we're
shoot.
done."
Like, here we
Slowly
go.
started going back down the hill and my mom was like, "Bro, I think we can do it." So then she put her foot on the gas pedal and instead of like slowly like ramping up, she was just like
To the ground.
and I was like, brother. And we just immediately like started boom, boom,
Spinning.
boom, boom.
Yep.
So definitely by far the worst thing about Minnesota right now is the black ice. Um I love the snow. I think it's a really cool experience to go from, you know, like super ridiculous summers in California to super ridiculous winters in Minnesota, but it was like
You got
it was like a good change to be honest. You know,
you got
like
both polar opposites.
yeah, and especially in California. I heard this year it's a little different, but I think like that's just everywhere. Weather everywhere has just been kind of funky, like
It's ridiculous. Like
all
here,
around
I
the
think we
United
have like
States.
I think today we have like a high of 102 here, or something stupid like that.
That
Like it's gross.
is
It's disgusting,
nuts.
and the humidity here does not help it either. It is going to be another. This whole week is supposed to be terrible.
Dude, I don't get it, man. Cuz back it's like right when I move, everything changes. I swear that's how it felt. Because in California for me, our winters were Minnesota summers. They like
Really.
our winters in California, they like hit low 80s, sometimes like the upper 70s, like 75 and up.
Hmm.
We rarely got like the low 70s, upper 60s
Mm.
in during the wintertime in California.
So
I
now here's a good question though.
What's up?
Would you rather be deal with the cold or deal with the heat?
Okay, you can only take off a certain amount of clothes.
I mean that's
Like
valid. That's valid.
I could pile on blanket after blanket after blanket, start fire after fire after fire. You know what I mean? Like to get
Yeah.
warm. We have a big fireplace in our house. So if I'm really like that desperate, grab 10
To in the fire.
blankets. Yeah, dude, grab 10
Yeah,
blankets, start that
I'm
fireplace.
I'm still on the fence about it because like I don't mind being hot, but I hate being cold. Like I if I have to stand outside, like say for like an amusement park or say like a Honda trail during the fall, I hate being cold. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But I don't know. I would probably take the cold, I guess, because like you said, you can layer on forever. You
Let
can
me
layer and layer and layer.
let me put it this way. I'm a very very sweaty person. Like when it gets hot, it's like sweat city. like more than other people, and I hate being a sweaty slob. To be 100% honest with you,
Bro,
um,
that's almost the same thing. Like I do like any minimal amount of work outside, or like I say, I'm at work. I'm pushing carts outside. It's not very hot. I'm not doing so much crazy stuff. I walk inside, just wet. I'm just wet. I'm like, dude, I barely did anything. Like I barely even like did anything crazy, but I'm just sweating. It's disgusting.
yeah. Well, like it's weird because you think I did drum corps. I did it for
Hmm.
2 years. Drum corps is like professional marching band. Um, and I marched in like the hottest of hots weather for
Hmm.
California. I did. We were in like the 110-degree weather, the hundred and we were pushing like the 115-degree weather.
Ugh.
So it's like weird to say like, oh, dude, I hate the summer when I did it for so long.
Hmm.
But to be honest, yeah,
You love it.
I would have, I wouldn't have traded that experience for anything. But now that I'm in Minnesota, I'm like, man, I was missing out.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you're suffering.
yeah, I was suffering in California, and like, of
Oh
course, I miss
gosh.
all my friends. I miss them all. I love them all. Those will always be my homies. Those will always be. I still am in contact with a lot of them, but moving to Minnesota where like the weather is like tamer, especially during like the summer and the fall, and it's
Hmm.
so much better, man. I mean, like even it's easier to like survive during the winter too because if you're smart, like our first winter, we will go out and we will stock the freezer
Hmm.
for the winter. That way,
Okay.
like we don't have to go to the store. We just have like all of our frozen items like meats and stuff like that. And then we have like all of our dry rice and dry pasta, all the beans that we need to be able to survive, all the frozen vegetables, all of that kind of stuff, all in our
That's you're some over
freezer.
the doing some over the hedge kind of stuff over here.
Yeah, exactly. We're getting ready for hibernation, baby. Um,
That's
nah,
wild.
but
See, we don't have to do that stuff here in Jacksonville. Like, we don't have to really stock up again unless we're getting snow. We don't have to do that. Like, we're typically fine.
yeah, but like at that point, right? Because you guys will only like shut down your city or your state for like a day or two, right?
I
Most
think the last year when we got snow and it was bad. Like it was probably the most snow that people have ever seen in Jacksonville since like they said like 1980 or something, and I wasn't even here yet. So the fact that they said this was the worst snow they've seen, we were closed down for like a week, maybe less than a week, maybe like 4 or 5 days. So that's about the max we've ever been closed down for snow.
I feel like an average family has 3 to 4 days of stuff in their house to be able to survive.
Typically, probably
I
as
would,
long as there's power, they should be fine.
yeah, we do. So okay, this is like stuff that we do have to worry about. Is we do have to worry about like getting that extra backup generator, all the extra appliances. Like
Hmm.
I have to get a dehumidifier for the summer, and I have to get a humidifier for the winter for all of
Mm,
my electronics for all the house to make sure that we don't stay um like our skin doesn't dry up, if that makes
gotcha.
sense.
Yeah,
Um, and also like the dehumidifier so that our electronics, our power, stuff like that, it just doesn't like get all moist and bad for all the electronics.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're both 2 30-year-old guys starting a podcast.
Here to
Um,
have a good fun time.
yeah, so I would say let's get into our first topic or our first podcast episode topic, which is we are going to be doing some nice, simple hot takes. And this is just, some of them are going to be easier than others. Some of them are going to have more talking than others. And I think the first one is a really good way to start us off. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Hell no. Never, dude. I, for me, the big thing at the end of the day is fruit is not supposed to be hot. So I don't like pineapple on pizza. I don't even like most desserts. Blueberry pie, apple pie, pecan, not pecan, peach, like all that stuff. Disgusting. I would never. I will never.
Okay,
It's gross.
I'm gonna put it this way. All right, if I'm in New York and I go get a nice Sicilian pizza, I am not gonna ever touch pineapple on pizza. If I go out and get a like $45 to $50 pizza, I'm not putting pineapple on it.
Why are you spending that much on a pizza anyways? $50.
Bro, because sometimes good pizza is really good. You know what I mean?
I would
So,
rather at
so
that point just go
okay.
get me. I'd rather get DiGiorno at that point.
No, 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 no,
I'm
no.
not spending fifty
I
dollars on
agree.
pizza.
I'm not saying that I go out and spend $50 like a month on pizza. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying like if I go to one of these fine establishments of pizza joints, I'm not putting pineapple anywhere near that pizza.
No, by no means.
But I have had a really good Pizza Hut and Domino's experience with pineapple. I think pineapple belongs on bad pizza. I think
You said, you
I,
said,
I think pineapple belongs
oh my gosh.
on not
Now
even bad.
you did not just rope in Domino's as bad pizza. You did not just do that.
Okay, sorry,
The,
cheap pizza.
okay, that's better.
I
That's
think
better.
pineapple belongs on cheap pizza
Okay.
because there's just something about that mystery cheese, right? Because you know you're not getting like that
Oh my
feta,
gosh.
that nice whatever cheese.
Mozzarella.
Yeah, you're not getting like that nice mozzarella ball cheese where like you put it on the pizza, you put it in the oven, and just like
Gotta break it open. Yeah.
you know, you're getting like that
Oh,
plastic mozzarella cheese going all
processed.
over. You know what I mean? Like
Oh my
pineapple
gosh.
belongs on cheap pizza, but it does not
Okay.
belong on like that New
Now,
York slice.
now that could even be a hotter take for some people. Some
See,
people might argue that too, but
dude,
I will accept that as a more reasonable than on a better pizza.
but like the other kicker is like I can't eat frozen pineapple pizza. Like, have you?
I wouldn't even trust that.
I dude, look, there's like frozen Hawaiian pizza that some brands sell, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't. So it has to be like that in between that in between cheap
You
pizza,
said
man.
Pizza Hut, Domino's, Hungry Howie, stuff like that. Like that's where the
I
line
do
is.
okay. Hot. I think this might be not. This isn't a hot take, but I think like Hungry Howie's is pretty goaded. I think for like that cheap in between range pizza, I think Hungry Howie's is pretty much up there.
So I think we had it here for a time. The one shop that we had closed down. I can't remember if they're relocated, but the one or two times that I did have it, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's definitely not beating no Domino's crust though. Domino's crust, that's what they get me every time. The crust is top tier for Domino's.
See, unfortunately,
Say it. Say something
no, no, no,
stupid.
no,
Say
no,
something stupid.
bro, get out of here. Unfortunately, I think like the king of cheap pizza places is Little Caesars
Okay,
by
you got me.
far
Little Caesars, I'm with it. $5
because
pizzas all
well,
day.
yeah, not $5 anymore.
Well, for the East Coast over here,
Yeah,
$5 probably.
dude, I'm jealous, man. But I just think like their quote unquote variety, right? I think their
Hmm.
quote unquote variety is very good for the price point that it's at. And the
Yeah,
pizza, yes, it's not like your Sicilian slice from New York, but it's not like that cheap frozen
frozen
brand
pizzas.
pizza,
Yeah,
you know? And like for the price point, it's killer. And then plus the crazy bread the crazy bread when it
bro.
hits,
Bro,
man.
you know what's fire? I used to get this back in the day. I used to do like they had like a $5 combo, I think. It was like 5 wings, like a little personal pizza, and I think you get like a 2 liter as well. It's like $7 or $8
Yeah.
every time.
We still
Cheap,
we still
filling,
have
and you can eat
that,
by yourself.
but it's with I think they're called pizza puffs.
Okay, yeah, that's the new stuff,
The
right?
crate, yeah, like the small little crazy pizza puffs where it's like,
Mhm.
the
They're
dough,
like stuffed.
yeah, and I think you get like
Yeah.
4 of those. You get like 4 of those, a drink, and I think like a small order of crazy bread for like $8, 8
See,
to ten
that's
dollars.
fire. That's fire. Such
Yeah,
a good deal.
but
I think people be sleeping on Little Caesars a little too much. That people
oh,
be thinking
dude,
it's underrated.
for sure, and especially because they're adding, like they keep adding like really good, cheap prices as far as like you can get deep dish there now,
Yeah.
like the
They had it with the pretzel
squares.
knots too,
Yeah,
or
dude.
pretzel crust. Like they be shaking things up all the time, so they be
Um,
staying try to be relevant.
I think Domino's is probably like my number two, like cheap-ish pizzas
Yeah.
because I one thing I hate about Domino's is like that all that stuff you get on your fingers. It's like that powdered,
Oh, the crust part?
yeah, like the crust
Bro,
powdered part.
that's the best part about Domino's though, dude. The
N-
crust is always gonna just let me
no, but like, bro, the crust is really good. Like the taste of the crust is really good. I just hate all the powdered stuff.
It's worth it, bro. It's worth it.
I don't know, man. I think that's the only thing keeping me from making Domino's number one. I also
You're just
think I also think their wings aren't the greatest because I think
I
Pizza Hut wings are slapping, bro.
bro, speaking of Pizza Hut, man, I don't know if they still do this, but they have like that big box deal. It's like for $20, you get the two personal pizzas, like the what 10 wings, the breadsticks, and like the dessert.
Yeah,
They're hit every time too. That thing's another fire deal.
yeah. I think by far, if you're having like a family event, a children's party,
Give me that box.
I think Pizza Hut is the best way to go
Mhm,
because I think the deals, and especially on the app, the Pizza Hut
mhm.
app, I think the deals are the way to go. But I think if you're doing like a one household, like, family, hey, let's get around, watch a football game or whatever sporting event your family's into, I think Little Caesar Domino's is the way to go.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
All right. So the next one we have, dude, we went off topic. I mean, we stayed
Bro.
on pizza,
Yeah,
but
we stayed
it went
on
from
it.
does pineapple belong on pizza to what's the best
Restaurants.
cheap pizza. um,
Hey, it happens. It'd be like that.
the next one we have is live action remakes are mostly lazy.
Okay, okay. So yes and no. Yes and no. It kind of depends on the context. So like for say anime related, for anyone who watches anime, like a lot of these remakes that are live action, they're I would say they're somewhat lazy because they're pretty much just taking the animated and putting it into like today's visuals and reality. Or for example, for like Disney. So all of Disney's remakes that they're doing now, uh, it was all they're only doing that because in Sam Walton's will or contract, whatever, every 10 years they're supposed to remake all the Disney movies. So that way every generation of people can experience Disney in their time. So that way it's something they can relate to.
I had no idea about that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So I think it's like every 5 to 10 years they're supposed to be remaking all Disney movies. So that way every generation can experience it.
That that is an interesting take, or not take, but that's like an interesting fact for sure.
Mhm,
I think like the first live action that comes to my mind from a Disney perspective is definitely Lion King.
mhm.
I don't think that was lazy at all. I think that was a
Yeah.
really good, not lazy remake. I think the worst Disney remake, and
The worst one?
this might hit people's heart because I do think it was lazy. I think the Little Mermaid live action was
See, I didn't
really
even see
bad.
that.
I think that one was really bad. And I think
See,
that
I
the good.
the one I think that I didn't like at all because I feel like they changed the story just so much, but trying to keep it true was Beauty and the Beast. I hated it because
Fair.
it literally turned so much. Like, granted, they didn't really portray super much in the original movie, but she was so much. I love all your books. I don't really care about you, Beast, and that's pretty much her whole stick. I was like, I get that, but in the original, she was more talking with Beast a lot more and interact with him a lot more. But in the live action, she spent her whole time in the library. Like, get out of my face.
Yeah, I it's been a while since I've seen that movie for sure. I think overall, if like this is probably like, I guess this is where like hot takes comes in, right? I think overall a lot of the Disney live actions don't really hit as hard as like the original. And like that's where it comes into play of like, should we have done it? Should we have just left it alone and let the original be? Because
See,
to be honest, my 2-year-old sister, I make we don't like force her, but I mean, I guess it's kind of forced, right? Because she's not talking yet, but we make her
you're
watch like the original like Cinderella, the
mm.
original Beauty and the Beast.
And I think this is where it goes back to what you were just saying, that you don't think the new live actions kind of hit the same as the OGs. And that's probably because, again, the remakes aren't really made for us. They're not geared toward us. They're geared toward the new generations coming up. So as they get older, this is what they're gonna know. This is what they're gonna grow up with. This is gonna be their originals. So each generation will kind of be passing it on down the line. So our OGs are our OGs. Your sister's OGs will probably be the live actions. Then later down the road, it'll be different.
Yeah, but like, where do you go later on down the road? Like,
Good
so
question.
like, okay, for instance, I think the one live action remakes that they've done like repetitive on repetitive on repetitive is like the Cinderella esque,
Hmm.
right? Like they had like the Selena Gomez Project Cinderella or something like that, where they had to go like save Demi Lovato from like Spain. Yeah,
Sure.
uh her mother got captured by it was like a full thing. I was a big Disney head growing up.
Hmm.
So I watched a lot of like those live action Cinderella remakes. But like
Okay.
they weren't like all like thrown at your face Cinderella. They just had like that Cinderella esque feel
Okay.
to the movie.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um and like it all like came down to like chores, something happened to like the parents or the mom, and it just felt like the movie. But
Okay.
I think so. I don't know how much flack I'm gonna get from the anime scene. All right, I'm trying my best to
Hey,
get into anime.
I've been trying to get
Um,
them, guys. I've been trying to get them.
I have never watched One Piece, and I
Me
think
either.
I think it is too late for me to watch One Piece because I'm not about to. I think we me and one of my coworkers, because a student said that he watched the entirety of One Piece from start to finish in like a sitting, like ace, and I was like, "There's no way." So then
No.
me and my coworker, we sat down and we were like, in one sitting, how many days would it take? It would have taken him 224 days to finish
Jesus.
the anime One Piece in one sitting.
See, that's
And we're like
ridiculous.
counting in we are counting in like sleep too. So I think uh we did 8 hours a day of watching anime, and then the rest of the 24 hours was sleeping, chores, going to school, whatever that may be. So we did 8 hours a
That's
day.
wild.
Yeah, and it was 224 days, and it was like, brother, like, I'm 30. I don't have time to do
To
224
dedicate that.
days. Yeah, so I think, because I did watch the first season of the anime One Piece live action One Piece on
Hmm.
Netflix, and from what I've been told by your anime connoisseurs, um, one episode is equivalent to 3 or 4 episodes of the animated.
Yep. Like that's like same thing because
So
one of my coworkers was watching Avatar: The Airbender, and she watched the live
love
action.
that, brother.
I haven't seen it. I'm so mad. I need to. But she said the same thing. It's like they take like 4 or 5 episodes and kind of shove it all into one to kind of move things along. Because if they made as many episodes as they did, like each episode for the anime Avatar is like 20 minutes each. You can't make fucking like 10 episodes that are 20 minutes each. Just easier just to just group them together. But I
Yeah,
feel like the only issue with that is that in each of those individual episodes, you lose some of the actual episodes that they used to be because you have to shove so much together. You leave stuff out, you drop things out, or add things in that weren't in there originally. So I feel like that also is an issue sometimes with live actions.
dude. The animated Avatar, like the OG Nickelodeon Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Hmm.
that was like
Peak.
peak. Yeah, dude. 100% it was peak. Like the way I feel about it was I think there's compared to like One Piece, right? From what I heard, there's a lot of filler in One Piece.
Hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of filler. In Avatar, there was probably like three or four
If
episodes, if being the entirety of the show, that was filler.
it was written so well, dude. It was great. I love it.
And
I could watch it over and over and over again.
dude, I could watch the last episode over and over again. That last
Oh yeah.
episode
Oh
was
my gosh.
fire, man.
Okay, now this might be a hot take though too. Now I hated Legends of Korra. I absolutely hate it. I am the biggest hater of Korra. Korra is such a crybaby. She gets beat all the time. Aang and the gang never got beat up so much and so bad.
Okay, I did something that I probably shouldn't have done
Oh boy,
because I was such a big fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I probably should have watched Legends Korra, but
I'm glad you didn't.
I was so on the fact of, and this comes back to like live actions are lazy. I was so on the fact of they are going to ruin this for me. They are going to ruin Avatar for me. So I was like, I am not watching this. Keep me away from this. I'm done. Like I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time on this particular season.
You probably made a good call because it's okay. Like it's not the worst, but it's not Avatar that I was growing up with. So I was upset about it because again, she gets beat up so much. And then they talk about the new series or season that's coming out next year, I think. It's supposed to be the earthbending Avatar. They portray the Avatar now in this new season coming out as the villain because of what Korra did. Now we have to watch the Avatar being the villain in the new series. That
Okay.
doesn't make no sense to me. So I'm so irritated. But if they write it right, they can fix it for me. They can save it for me without me jumping off the train and calling it done with Avatar. But
Okay.
they have to do a lot of legwork, I feel like, to kind of get me back on board.
Going back to the whole I've never seen her get beaten so much.
Yes,
I
bro.
am the biggest Pokemon fan. All right?
Mm,
The biggest Pokemon fan. My favorite Pokemon Snorlax. Um it never made sense to me that Ash Ketchum, and I don't. Do you know anything about Pokemon? Like anything
not
at all?
much.
All right, look.
Very
So
little.
the main character is Ash Ketchum. All right,
Mhm.
his very first Pokemon was Pikachu. Like his very first Pokemon was Pikachu. Every season starts off the same exact way. He gets off a plane.
Mhm,
He is like, "Hello, whatever region he goes to,"
mhm,
and then you meet this young trainer who's like his rival because he's always 10 years old. He never
mhm.
grows up in Pokemon.
What the heck?
Yeah, every single new series he's 10 years old. I don't know how it works. I've always watched it. Dude, I'm 30 years old and I still watch like the newest season of Pokemon. I'm
They're
addicted
still
to it.
making it.
They're still making it, dog.
That's crazy.
They're still making it. I'm fucking addicted to it. But it starts off the same way. He gets off the plane, he gets off the boat. Welcome to the new region. Woo! Time to get started. Pikachu. He never evolves his Pikachu, which that's fine. But by the 5th season, this Pikachu has already been through like 3 finals. He's been through 100 competitions. He's beaten the best of the best Pokemon. He's
Mhm,
beaten legendary Pokemon, bro. He's beaten legendary Pokemon. He rolls up, meets this new trainer who is starting his journey for the first time,
mhm.
gets his very first Pokemon, and then the guy's like, "Oh, hey, you know what? Ash, you're a piece of crap, bro. I'm gonna stomp you in this battle." And Ash is like, "Bro, you don't know what me and Pikachu have been through. We just beat the crap out of Darkrai, who's a mythical Pokemon.
Okay.
Dude, we have taken down the goatest legendaries in the universe. You ain't got nothing on us." And then this guy with the brand new Pokemon stomps his Pikachu. And
What?
I'm like, brother, how did I just watch you come second place in finals in the
And now
last
you're losing.
season, and now you're losing to a level 5 starter? I just saw you go through the toughest battle of your life, and you're losing to a level 5 starter. Like,
To nobody?
bro, that's never made sense to me in the Pokemon anime. Like,
No.
how is he's had Pikachu since he was 10, and he's still 10. How is this Pikachu ever losing a fight? Like it,
That's
but hey, I'm still addicted to it. Like
but I
I
feel like at the end of the day, like you said, like Pikachu has all these accolades, but Korra does not. Like she has some okay wins and stuff like that, but she just never like gets back into it the way Aang did. Like Aang took a whoop and he literally almost died by Azula. He literally got struck by lightning and almost died. Was fighting the Fire Lord without being able to go into the Avatar state, and then crazy thing happens. He gets his Avatar state back and puts the whooping on him.
yeah,
Korra doesn't really have that. She doesn't really have huge, crazy enemies to defeat. She has all these nobodies that she gets beat by all the time. So it always irritated me. It always irritated me.
yeah.
But again, they could save it. They can bring back the new season for the Earthbending Avatar and maybe get Chibi back on. But again, it's gonna be an interesting to take. See what they do.
Hey man, you never know. But I think moving forward, I'm definitely excited to see like what happens with more remakes, more. I think they're always interesting, and like that. Moving on, like how are they gonna do like movie remakes? Because I know they're coming out with the new Hunger Games. Or is
Mhm.
it out already? I don't know if it's out
I
already.
don't know. Ooh, but
Um,
here's something to think about. Then, now that you say that, when the new generation of movies start coming out, say for Disney, the real question is where are they going to take their subject matter from? Are they going to take it from our OG stuff? Or are they going to take it from this generation's OG stuff? Because if they take it from this new generation is putting a small twist on all the movies they were making. So if the next generation takes it from this current one, is the story at some point going to be distorted so much that it's no longer the same thing?
See,
You know what I mean?
here's my thing. I think they should just stick with the that Cinderella theme that I was talking about earlier.
Hmm.
I think those Cinderella movies are great little hour-and-a-half spin-offs of Cinderella.
Yeah.
Again, I'm gonna say that very wisely, spin-offs, because
Yep.
I don't. They're not. They're not full Cinderella movies.
Remakes.
Yeah, they are spin-off of, you know, they have that concept of Cinderella, they have that concept of, you know, I'm doing all these chores and then oh shit, I got to go to a ball, I need a pretty dress. There's some
Hmm.
sort of figure of a godmother, whether it's a younger person who's like helping her get that pretty dress ready, or if it's that older mother figure that she has no idea who she is, where it's like, you know, being that godmother to her. So I
Yeah.
think doing like those Cinderella spin-offs for all these original movies is probably the way they should go. But I feel like
And
if they good.
I think that is a good distinction to make because that I'm okay with that. If you want to call remaking a movie and do a spin-off of it where it's almost like changing the entire script almost. I'm okay with that, but don't call it a remake and then change the entire premise of the movie that you're remaking. So if you're gonna do a remake, remake it. But if you're gonna spin it off, then call it a spin off. Don't say it's a remake because irritates me.
Fair.
Like I'm okay if you want to remake it, cool, remake it, remake it. But if you're gonna change the script, call it a spin off. Then I'm cool with that.
Yeah. And like, okay, just real quick before we go to the next one. Do you think Tokyo Drift? Are you a Fast and Furious fan?
A bit. I've seen a lot of them. They lost me after what, like the seventh or eighth one.
Do you think Tokyo Drift is a spin-off or is it a part of the series?
I want to say probably both. I think it's like it's its own thing, but it has some connection to the main story. So I feel like they almost go hand in hand, but it's not directly connected to the Fast and Furious.
Okay, because I think this is like the craziest thing in the world. All right.
Hmm.
I didn't put two and two together until I was older and finally realized what happened. So they did 1, 2, and then they did Tokyo Drift, and then they did 3,
Hmm.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, they're still going.
Yeah.
Um, Han dies in Tokyo Drift,
Hmm.
but he's there for Fast and Furious 5 when they get the crew together, and they're like, "What's up, dog? Like, I'm here." And I'm like, "Bro, you died in the biggest car explosion in Tokyo Drift. What
Yeah.
happened?" And then this creator on TikTok, he said that Tokyo Drift takes place after like Fast and Furious 7.
Jesus.
Storyline wise, it takes
Yeah.
place like after
Release
Fast
time.
7. And so I was like, what the So why did we
See,
release it so early?
but that then okay, if you want to talk about that, then that also could bring back to like how the Star Wars was released. Like they were released backwards. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing is backflipped for some odd reason, and it makes no sense. But that's just kind of how it is. But that's why I said it's kind of like a spin off of it, but it's also at the same time just someone connected to the storyline.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's crazy. I sometimes when they release stuff like that and it's like where's the correlation? Like
Yeah, like
what
what was the
happened?
thought process between doing this? Like, why are we doing this backwards? Or just drop this movie here for no reason, and then it's supposed to be 5 movies later? Like what?
But
Oh man.
I guess getting into our next topic, we both have customer service experience. You have more so customer service
About
experience.
13 years.
I did overnight for about 2 years during COVID at a fast trip.
Oof.
Um, which taught me a lot of valuable lessons. I can't lie. But our next topic is the customer isn't always right,
I
which
almost I almost feel like that's not even a hot take. I feel like anybody who's somewhat in customer service just knows that this is just a universal truth. Like I know people are like, the customer's always right. In what universe does that ever make sense? Like you know my job better than I know my job? Make that make sense.
ten
Like, I
thousand.
understand that our job is to service our customers and all that kind of stuff, but not at the point of going against policies and rules that are set in place by the company to satisfy you. Like, no,
Yeah.
we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
So I think the most awkward experience of that is when the shift before me doesn't fulfill their duties and needs. Because so in overnight, I don't know how it is at Walmart, but for me, I worked solo overnight. I was by
Mhm.
myself. No other employees, it was just me.
That's crazy.
So all of the stock was in the back. I'm not allowed to leave the front of the store until my next employee shows up 5 hours into my shift. So when people would walk in and they're like, "Hey, I need like I went to the drink section and I saw that you're out of this type of monster. I need this monster." Okay, bro. Well, like I'm by myself. I can't go into the back and do it. Bro, you're an employee. Go to the back and do it. It's like, brother, I have rules to follow.
Like,
And
I
then
literally can't.
yeah, like there's cameras everywhere. I'm gonna lose my job if I go into the back to serve one customer. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
sorry, but hey, guess what? There's a fast trip right here. There's a Chevron across the street. maybe that Chevron's like late night shift employees did their job better than my late night shift employees did.
Yeah.
So go check over there. It's literally a 2-minute walk. It's a 30-second drive. Go over there,
Like,
figure
jump in
it
my
out.
okay.
Because to be honest, you standing right here, you arguing with me is not gonna help this
Get what you want.
situation. Because I'm not going in the back to help your situation, dog. That's just not in my. That's not in my policy. That's not in my paycheck. like,
Like that's above me, bro. I ain't doing all that. Like that's
and
how it is too. Like at Walmart, like if I have like I'm shorthanded and I have customers trying to check out on checkout lanes, and I got a line at the service desk for people who want to do stuff there, I'm like, y'all can wait. And they're over here trying to flag me down, like, is someone over here working? Yeah, bro, give me a minute. I'm the only person here right now. Bear with me. I gotta get these customers taken care of, and then I'll try to get you. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and drop what I'm doing helping these guys to go and help you because you wanna do whatever. Like,
yeah,
be patient like everybody else, and I'll get there when I get there. Just because you've been waiting there longer does not mean these customers who are spending big money is not who I'm focusing on them first. Because you guys are making us like $5 over here. I'm making $200, $300 over here.
yeah.
Like, that's what I'm focused on.
Okay, so my number one pet peeve when it comes to like customer service in general, right? And I'm gonna say this because I have 6 years of special education experience.
Mhm,
And I value this company a lot, and that's Target. I think Target does the best job when it comes to hiring special needs people
mhm,
because they're like they're open to helping the special needs get a job and be able to have a suitable job for whatever they can do. Um
okay,
and I think I see someone that is obviously like off the spectrum,
mhm,
and they're at a cash register and they start to get like a big line, but they're not the only cash register open.
yeah,
Target does not let the special needs person be the only cash register open. There's 15 other registers open. I
mhm,
always go to the one where like they're always going to be fun to talk to
yeah,
because they have very good personalities. They
mhm,
have very, sometimes they're a little awkward. That's fine. I'm not. I'm just as awkward as you, dog. I like
yeah, same,
trust me. You are good in my books. But they're always fun to talk to. They're always so nice. They're always so polite. I hate when people get into their line and they are very obvious that they have like something wrong as far as, they're like low functioning autism. They're
yeah,
high functioning autism, but they're not very good with their words. You know what I
mhm,
mean? There's
yeah,
there's something wrong as far as the their
mhm,
functionality. Get out of that line. Move to a different line if you do not want to wait.
yeah.
They are going to work a little bit slower than the other people, and that is fine with me. But if it is not fine with you, get
Step
out
out of
of that
line.
line and go somewhere else. Like they are
It's not
trying their best to adequately do the job as well as everyone else.
like they're putting their best foot forward. You can't be upset with them just because they are not working as effective as you would like them to. Like
A
they
hundred
are out
percent.
here trying their best, doing their best. And if you are upset by that, here's a crazy thing. Like you said, step out of line or leave.
Yeah,
Like people feel so entitled because now and today we're in such a fast-paced society. It's go, go, go all the time. Like, take a second, slow down. Like, even just then, and you're in line, how about people interaction? How about that? Like, it's not that deep. The world is not getting out of your hands any faster than it's already leaving.
and like the other thing, and that goes to driving too, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm one of those people that wakes up an hour early before work. I take my time to get ready. Sometimes I do an hour and a half. I take my time to get ready. I leave 30 minutes before work to drive safely to my job.
Mhm.
And then I got people behind me because I'm doing the speed limit. I never go
Yeah.
past the speed limit. I'm one of those grandma drivers. So if you don't like that, I'm sorry. I do the speed limit. I don't go over. I don't go under. If you are behind me honking at me doing the speed limit, you should have woke up earlier and been in a better mood, because that is a you issue. I'm sorry that you stayed up until 12 a.m. drinking, and then you're like, oh, I got work the next morning. And then you wake up 30 minutes before you got to go to work. And then or I'm sorry that you stayed up until 3 a.m. gaming. And then you're like, oh, I got work in 4 hours. And then you're trying to get all that extra time to sleep. Bro, fix your schedule.
Yep.
That's a
But
you
like,
issue.
what's the saying? And poor planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on mine. So
Yeah,
just because you plan poorly does not mean I not to sit here and cater to your emergency because you didn't plan properly. Like, bye.
that is a you issue, dog. That is not a me
All
issue.
day.
Get out of here.
And again, it goes back to people feeling so entitled to like, I'm entitled for this and I'm entitled to that. I'm entitled for you to move out of my way because I'm late for work. Like, no, I didn't make you late for work. You made yourself late for work.
Exactly. And also, there's a crazy thing called um a dotted line, a yellow dotted line.
Oh, to
I can't.
cross.
Yeah, go around me. Wait that 5 extra seconds for the car from the opposite lane drive past us and go around me.
That would, yep.
I'm going the speed limit, dog. I'm
Like
going
I'm doing my
60
part.
on. I'm doing my part as a society member and going the speed limit. If you want to go 5 or 10 miles past the speed limit, wait for that 5 extra seconds, go around me, and go about your day. Don't get mad at
Yeah,
me because you fucked up.
yeah.
Like that is on you, dog.
Like don't be mad at me. Like I didn't make you do that.
All right, and that
Oh
was
man,
another way of going way off topic. We
bro.
were
At this
the customer
this
isn't always right to
this is
road rage.
driving.
um,
At this point, this episode's gonna be like 2 hours long.
hey, it's all right. We're here for the vibes.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh
the next
man.
topic is fine dining worth the price, and I'm just gonna start this off by saying absolutely not.
I
Absolutely
think
not.
I think I agree with you. Like I don't think it is because honestly, if you say if I was to go to a fancy restaurant or whatever, say just give me whatever steak you want, I'll take it home. I'll cook it myself, and I guarantee it's just as good. I
Yeah,
guarantee it'll be just as good, if not better, because I know what I'm going to season it with and eat it with. Like, I think it's overhyped. The portions are super small. Like, you're paying $20 for a steak like this big. Like, buy. I can go buy two steaks for the same price, and they're big.
yeah. I'm gonna put this out there because a lot of people, and I mean like probably a lot of men are gonna comment under this. I'm a child when it comes to my steaks. I like very, I like very little pink.
You want it well.
I can handle pink. I can handle pink, but not to the point where it's like of lit like a gray and then all pink. I
Nah,
need
give me medium rare all day. Medium rare all day.
I need
That's the
meat.
only
I
way.
need medium well to well done on my steak.
What
Um,
the fuck did you just say?
what,
Well done?
dude?
You have
I
lost your mind, bro. You want to
I
eat rubber?
no, 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 no.
Brother.
Hey, brother. No, listen. I cook a
Oh man.
mean, well done tri tip where it's like butter.
Okay.
It is like butter in your mouth. All right. And I've gotten well done. So I know how to cook such a good, well done like steak where
Mhm.
it doesn't taste like leather. It doesn't taste like what
Like
people.
you're doing forever?
Yeah. It doesn't taste like what
Oh
people
man.
are always complaining about well done being. But
Hey, I would have
that
to
that that is
I would trust you, but I don't think I could ever eat a well done anything.
that is the awkward part with me when it comes to fine dining, because I am so
Picky?
simple. No, I'm not picky at all.
No?
I'm not picky at all. I'm just very simple. I'm like, dude, give me my chicken strips and fries with ranch, and I'm golden.
Like I'm okay with that too. Like I am that person. that's like I can eat the same thing all the time. Like every restaurant I go to, like Cheddar's, Ale House, Logan's, Texas, give me a spicy chicken sandwich. I'm happy with
100%.
life. I'm
But
happy
then,
with life.
you go to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant and it's like, oh, you know, let me get like a T-bone steak well done, and then they just sit there and judge you. They judge you, and it's like,
You're like,
dog. And then they're like, that's like impossible to do, and I'm like, it probably is, but like that's how I want it cooked. I'm still gonna pay
yeah.
for it. That's how I want it cooked, But
But
like
again,
like
you pay like $50 for the steak.
beef Wellington, you that has to almost be raw. Like,
Yeah.
dude, there's just something about meat where I see like the inside of the meat and it's like piercing red, and someone puts it in their mouth, and I'm like, oh, what? How?
Bro, we got
Like,
some people here who say they want their steaks moving still. They say throw in the grill, 10 seconds, 10 seconds flip, plate it. I'm like, that's a little crazy for me, but
yeah,
it's common. It's pretty common.
but dude, people that eat beef tartare, oh,
I don't even know what the hell that even is.
dude, it's like
It
shredded.
sounds like
It's like ground beef with like lemon and
cracker.
a cracker. No, legit,
That's
like that's exactly what it is. Raw ground
what
beef,
the
raw.
ugh.
Yeah,
That can't be safe.
dude, it's
Nah, I'm good.
looks
I'll pass on that
disgusting.
one. Nah,
Um,
that's crazy.
all right, I think that was a pretty quick little
Yeah,
thing.
that one's not too bad.
Okay, this is where this gets me.
Oh
Is
boy.
the price of games nowadays worth it for the price?
No. Growing up, you talk about Black Ops 2 is like 40, $50 or even cheaper on Black Fridays. And now you're talking about games like what Black Ops 7 just came out or something. It's like $80 almost. And then on top of that, you also have to pay for DLCs. And then you have to pay for skins for your weapons or whatever. And then you gotta pay for all this other stupid stuff. Now you're spending hundreds of dollars for a game that used to cost $50. Like it's stupid.
Yeah, I think the price gouging on games has become way, way, way too much. Um, I know, like we had a conversation earlier, and this comes down to my favorite games are sports games. Love, love sports games.
You can keep them.
Um, Madden is becoming to the point where price gouging is beyond insane. Now, if you're a hardcore Madden player, because I'm just one of those people that enjoy like the franchise mode, that enjoy the superstar mode, where I build my own superstar and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna throw 5,000 yards a season, which is crazy. All right, but that's just what I'm into. If you're like into like the ultimate team and into the online competitive and this and this and this, you can 100% buy those options, but you're gonna spend money. Like
Yeah,
the base game is I think $70. I want to say $70, 69.99.
about.
But then after that, it takes a jump to $100 for like the deluxe edition. But the deluxe edition doesn't even give you like the cream of the crop. For like, I'm not gonna buy the deluxe edition because I just like the base game. But for the people that want like the online, they want that little like extra jump into that ultimate team, that online competitive experience. That $100 seems pretty tempting, but like if you want like the cream of the crop deal, you're gonna have to spend that $150 mark on a singular game.
See, that's
A
ridiculous,
singular
bro.
game if you want that cream
Ridiculous.
of the crop like deal. And I just think that's like outrageous. And then
At
coming
that
back
point,
to GTA 6, brother, I heard that game's gonna be $100 on release. Base game
for what?
$100,
For what?
and then
Like
all
it can't be that good. It can't be that good. There's never been a game in history that I've been alive for that has cost $100 off rip. No
no,
game. No game.
and then all the DLCs are gonna be up to like $40. 40.
See, if I'm paying $100 for it, I better be getting all the DLCs with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the price gouging of video games has gone way too much, has gotten way too expensive, and I'm just like, bro, let's calm down a little. And like,
Uh,
I'm talking like dude, I'm a Pokemon fan. These
mhm.
Pokemon games are becoming like the newest one is $60, right now. But the DLC is 30.
Jesus.
And then on top of that, they're gonna release more DLC, which is gonna be another 30. And at that point, I just paid what 120 for a Pokemon game?
Yeah,
And I'm like,
just
brother,
that fast.
I'm done. I don't wanna and I'm they have me. I'm a fan. So I'm gonna do it. But like,
And that's probably why they keep doing the price gouging because they know that fans, diehard fans, are gonna pay for it. But at the same time, as a company, how do you sit here and do this to the people who have been loyal to you all these years and keep on jacking these prices up?
did you hear about what PlayStation is doing?
No.
And fact check me if I'm wrong, down in the comments, whatever. I heard from a TikTok source, and again, this could be 100% wrong. This guy on TikTok said that PlayStation is going to start charging people less money on bigger deals who haven't played or bought anything from the PlayStation Store compared to the people that have been loyal and buying stuff on the PlayStation Store. So let's say
Ah.
you sit here and you're playing PlayStation and you purchase the new game every 2 months.
Mhm,
And then you purchase all the DLC. You do this, you do that, you do that. I play all the old games and I'm like, nope, I'm good with all the old games. But then out of nowhere, GTA 6 comes out and it both piques our interest.
mhm.
But we're like, no, we're not going to get the game until like Memorial Day sale, whatever, Black
Yeah.
Friday, Cyber Monday. I'm going to get a better deal. I'm going to get like 30% off when you're going to get 15% off, but you're the one spending
Your
more
money.
money in general compared to me.
So this is what I would say with that. I feel like, as from a company's point of view, what they're probably thinking is, "Hey, Will hasn't bought anything in a couple of months. What is the best way we can get some money out of him? Let's give him a sweet deal that he can't resist." So instead of catering toward your loyal base customers, you cater to the people who are still kind of like, they might spend money. So all we got to do is cut them a really sweet deal, and now we get some money out of them instead of nothing.
I mean,
So
fair.
it's messed up. It's not fair by any means, but like that's I feel like from a company's point of view, that's what they're going to. Like they're like, hey, let's get something off Will instead of nothing off him.
I mean, fair, but that's like what takes me away because I don't have console anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
me
done with
either.
console.
PC for
Steam,
life.
Steam, Epic Game Store, most PC related things,
Hmm.
all their deals are the same. They
Yeah,
they don't care. They're like, yo, if you're broke, if you're rich, you're still gonna get the same. You're still
same
gonna get the
pricing.
same sale. Doesn't
Yep,
matter. So, and I'm kind of like down with that. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm broke. If I haven't spent money on Steam,
a deal.
I don't expect a better deal than you who spent money on Steam. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So, I mean that's my thing. I do think price gouging has gotten way too much, and the quality of the games. I mean,
They might
sure,
be better.
sure they might
Maybe.
be a little better, but it's not getting to the point where it's $30 better, or
No.
you know even $10 better. To be honest, now if GTA 6 comes out and it's true that the graphics are going to be, because they're gassing up the graphics in GTA 6. They're
Hmm.
saying that the GTA 6 graphics are going to be like almost realistic, like borderline realistic graphics.
That'd be crazy.
So if that is true, I'd probably pay close. I'd want to pay close to 100 if it's true. But
That's a big if.
I'm not gonna buy the game on release. I'm gonna
Hell
see
no.
people play the game because I want to see the graphics from their perspective.
Hmm.
Because I am a diehard GTA fan, but I'm not that diehard where I'm gonna drop 100.
See, I don't care about GTA like that, so ain't
Yeah.
catch my interest. So
All
if they can have
right.
fun spending that kind of money, I'll spend money on free games. You're getting free games off Steam.
Yeah, dude. And the free Steam games like per month, or even the
Fire.
free Epic games per month,
Hmm.
fire. Like
And there's sleepers too,
they drop like $30 games for free, like all the time. Dude, nuts.
and a lot of discounted
Um
sales too. I have like 11 items on my wish list. Like 5 of them are discounted right now for pretty cheap, like under $40.
Brian was saying the other day, our good friend Brian, by the way, he said that FIFA 26 was like $15 the other day on Steam.
Yeah, he was saying that.
And I
I
was
don't know how
like,
you can,
that is nuts.
and the
EA
game.
EA in
Yeah,
particular never drops their games that low unless it's like, you know, Madden 27 is coming out soon. Madden 26, let's drop the price.
yeah.
That's the only time they ever drop it like that low. So
I
to
mean,
see EA
we're
drop it,
halfway through the year, so maybe that's why they're dropping it so cheap because they're getting ready to push out probably 2027.
no, fair. And I mean, so like college football 27 is dropping this month, and then Madden 27 is dropping next month.
Jesus.
So that's gonna be a lot of money out of my pocket that I drop at once.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Um that's gonna feel bad for my wallet. But again, I'm only getting the base games. I'm not doing the $150 membership
Game passes. Yeah.
game. So
Hell no.
you got me fucked up. But this brings back to this statement. So you can buy the MVP pass. So it's $150 for Madden 27 and College Football 27. So you're gonna get it on the release date of College Football 27, and then you'll get Madden for free, right? You'll get
Yeah.
Madden without having to pay for it later.
Mhm.
Um, that's gonna be 150. The price of each game is $69.99. So you would be paying $10 more, but you get like for the $10 more for both games, you get all those perks that you see. Like that's where it's hard, right? So you remember how I was talking about Madden, and you get all these perks for like the hundred and fifty
Yeah.
dollar game.
Yeah, for all the
If
passes
I
that you
pay
get.
for the $150 MVP pass, I get all those perks on both games
Oh, shoot.
for basically $10 extra for both games. So that kind of leads you to like think, okay, is it worth the 150 for both games and both MVP pass perks? Maybe. That's like
Maybe.
a maybe.
That's a hard sell, though.
That it is. It's a really good
Because you have
sell.
because you have to, like, be a like, you have to be, like, you like, a diehard fan who's going to be in these games a lot to kinda make it get your money worth.
Yeah,
Because if I play the game once or twice, I'm like, it's not even worth paying the extra money for it.
I think with Madden 26, I had easily 2,000 hours on that game.
Jesus.
And that was that dude. So people are gonna comment under, or maybe not. Who knows? That was just franchise mode. That was just superstar mode. That was no online whatsoever.
That's nuts.
That is me playing non-online matches.
By
2,000
yourself.
hours by myself.
That's how you know you love the game. I don't think I have any game logs that
I
much.
just love sports, just in general. Now my biggest game is Smite.
Hey,
I probably have like close to 8,000 hours
I don't think I have that many. You guys
from.
started a little bit ahead of me,
No, for
but
sure.
probably
I
for Smite
started.
2, I might have a little more than you.
You do, but that's because you play a lot more Smite 2 than me. But I think because I started when the game first came out in like 2012, Smite.
Jesus.
So from Smite 2012 to Smite 2 right now, I probably easily have at least 8,000 hours devoted to that game.
It's a
Which
great game.
for diehard Smite fans, they're like, "Oh, I have 20,000."
20,000!
Yeah, it's
Forget
like,
about
bro.
that, bro.
I was like, bro, good for
Oh,
you,
goodness.
man. Like, I'm diehard Smite, but I don't play 12 hours a day, dog, because
Yeah,
I got a life
we're
outside of this
casual.
game.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
casual
we're
players.
casual players. We're not professional players. If
Heck
you
no.
if you play this game for 12 hours a day and you're not professional, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Sucking.
Like,
Sucking. Sitting in the fountain all game.
all right. So then the
Uh,
next one. Well, I don't know which one should we do? First or second one for the last two?
let's do the first one. I think the last one would be decent to end on.
All right. So I'm gonna let my boy Dev take this one away. As far
So this one,
as you get the first go.
so this next one isn't really a hot take. It's more of a conversation to see that could be taken as a hot take. But it's who's the strongest Avenger, not superhero, but it's the strongest Avenger. Uh, my take is probably it's gonna be Scarlet Witch. I think she might be the strongest by far. And the scene that I have in my head all the time that I say is the reason why this is it is it's in Infinity War. Nope, lies. It's an Endgame when Thanos is coming to collect the Mind Stone from Vision. She single-handedly holds back Thanos with what four Infinity Stones and destroys the Mind Stone simultaneously at the same time. No other Avenger did that while he was walking to get the Mind Stone. He beat them all to a pulp. So that's my take. I think that there's no other person who could have done that and who did that. And my other example is also when they come back in Endgame Part 2, Scarlet Witch literally makes Thanos rain fire down on his own troops because he's about to be squashed by Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Again, who else is doing that? He literally says, "Kill everybody that's down here because I'm about to die." That's that's my take. That's my 2 cents.
I think
Now say something stupid. Well, I promise. Say someone stupid, and I'm gonna have some issues.
no. Okay. He.
Say it.
I'm all about like the guys, like the underdogs. All right.
Mhm.
I love the underdogs, and I think one of my favorite people, like by far, and I think, look, is he the strongest Avenger? No. Is he a goat in my heart? Yes. It's Hawkeye.
Say who
I love Hawkeye.
you can love him, but that's not what we're talking about, buddy. We're talking about the strongest, not your favorite. We're going the
I
strongest.
mean, but then the strongest would be Thor, or it would be I like it.
Thor
It,
got
it
his tail beat, bro. He got his tail beat by
or it would
Thanos.
be Captain America. You know what I mean?
Also got his tail beat, bro.
Everyone did,
Not Scarlet Witch. She
bro.
put the work on him twice.
Hey, at the end of the day, congratulations for her. I don't care.
Now, here's that since you said Cap, here's another crazy take that I saw someone mention. If you remember in Civil War, when Spider-Man is going against Cap, when Cap drops that freaking big old thing on top of him and Spidey's holding it up, you think Cap's gonna hold that up if that's dropped on him? No! Spider-Man's stronger than Cap, probably. Now that's a hot take.
Okay, that is a super hot take
Because
because the spider suit also has a lot to do with it.
bro, bro, no, you do you remember in Civil War when Tony first approaches Tom Holland and says, "Are you the Spider-Man?" He caught a car with no suit. Pure strength. He didn't have a special suit. He wore like sweatpants and he caught a car. No suit. You think
Captain
Cap's doing
America,
that?
yes, Captain America could do that.
Brother. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
And I mean, if we're going off
And
if we're going off pure strength, the Hulk, bye.
no, because the Hulk was afraid of Thanos. He literally didn't come back out the end of this of
No,
Avengers.
but like the Hulk is the strongest is the strongest Captain America. The Hulk is the strongest, like literally Avenger. Like literally. He can pick up anything. He could throw anything the furthest. He can
But he
by
couldn't beat Thanos though in a fight. He couldn't beat Thanos in a fight. Scarlet Witch did
So
twice.
so did Iron Man.
He didn't beat Thanos.
He ended the whole thing.
He ended it, but didn't beat him in a fight.
Sorry, he Jedi mind tricked the fuck out of him.
Yeah, he did, but not in a physical fight. Scarlet Witch did. So that's where I'm coming at from. Like, yes, they are all strong in their own means, but as far as the strongest, it's got to be Scarlet Witch, man. It's got to be.
I'll give you. All right, look, I'll give you it, but I don't know, man.
See, that's where it's kind of iffy. But from what I've seen in the movies, Scarlet Witch shows that she's to be the strongest just from the feats alone. Those two feats. Now, some people would say, if you ever watched the What If series, that the strongest Avenger then would be, well, I guess I don't know if he's really classed as an Avenger, but Doctor Strange. Because if you watch the What If series, he has the ability apparently to either consume or learn other people's abilities, and he just keeps getting stronger. So he just continually just gets stronger and stronger, taking other people's abilities to where obviously he'll be an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
So then that could be another conversation, but not much about the What If series. So
All right, and I'm gonna say this with all my heart. Tom Holland, overrated. He is the most overrated Spider-Man.
I mean, he okay. I'll say this: he embodies a school kid the best out of the three that we've seen. But my favorite's gonna be Toby.
Was but then let's like sidetrack back to this. How because I feel like Spider-Man kind of has that Ass Ketchum vibe
Hmm.
where Tobey Maguire by the last by his last Spider-Man, wasn't he out of school? Like correct me if I'm wrong. He
Uh,
was out of school, correct?
it's been a long time since I've seen a Toby movie with Spider Man.
Because
Maybe because he looks grown in some of his fights. Like he looks like a full grown man and not really a high schooler.
because I want and I get it like for everyone out there, they're going to be like, "Oh, Spider-Verse." I know that's a thing, guys. Chill out. I know Spider-Verse is a thing. And I know there's like a bunch of old head Spider-Mans from the multiverse, and I know like they kind of debunked this theory of like, oh, well, it doesn't make sense that Tom Holland is so much younger than the other guys, but they debunked it in what was it, Homecoming?
Hmm. Probably.
Was that the movie where all three of them were in the same movie?
No, that's
No, it was,
not far. Is it Far From Home? I can't remember.
but whatever that movie was, I know that debunked the whole like Ash Ketchum, he stays 10 throughout the entire thing. That debunked the whole Spider-Man stays the same age throughout the entire thing because there's like different multiverses. I get it. I just I never liked the fact that like I would rather see like right now currently I'd rather see either Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man rather than Tom Holland. I think Andrew Garfield did a very good job
Hmm.
with Spider-Man, and I think his acting is probably the worst out of the three, but I think his boringness kind of added to the Spider-Man. And I think he cried the best. I think his cry was the best out of the three. Because
I mean, I
especially during when MJ died.
yeah.
When he and I thought that scene was like super like good from the creators Far Away From Home. Whatever when they brought all three back into it. When
Hmm.
Zendaya was falling from the top and Tom Holland got snatched by a Green Goblin and Andrew Garfield was like, "Oh no, I got to save her because my MJ died,"
Yeah.
And it kept going back like in my head to that scene of when he shot down his web, it caught MJ, but then it like
Yeah, it
and
was
like
just too late.
it was too late, and it was like that scene made me cry.
Yeah, that was a real
And
emotional.
seeing Andrew Garfield's cry at that moment, I was like, "Holy shit, are you a good actor?" Like, I would have,
Like
dude, I would have never guessed because okay,
it, it's it's
this
it's
might also
super
be a hot
emotional the whole
take,
scene.
right? I think Bella from Twilight, I think that was her worst acting experience in general.
What, Twilight?
Twilight. I
Oh
think
yeah,
the person who
Twilight
played
was
I
rough, but I still love the Twilight though.
I love Twilight. I think everything about that movie was great. I think her acting in that movie awful,
Oh,
dude.
like a lot of the acting in there's a little rough, but gotta love it either way.
But like people are like, "Bro, that what are you talking about? That was like one of her best acting." It's like, "Brother, that was awful
No,
acting."
yeah, it was not very good at all.
Like I I don't know, man. Anyways, so you said Scarlet Witch, and then I kind of went on a tangent about Hawkeye being my favorite, but then I'm gonna say the strongest Avenger I think would have to be Captain America, in my opinion, because he is the
It's
only
okay to
other
have.
he is the only other Avenger to be able to lift Thor's hammer.
Okay, okay, we're not gonna go on a tangent on this because we gotta get to this last question. That does not mean you're strong. It does not mean you're strong if you lift the hammer. It's if you're worthy, you can lift the hammer. Not if you're
No,
strong. Because
no,
if it was off, if you
no.
were strong, we've seen Thor and Hulk go toe to toe. Hulk should be able to lift the hammer at some point, but he can't. Cap is worthy to lift the hammer, so he can lift the hammer.
All right, you're wrong. All right, here we go.
It's okay to have wrong
All
opinion. That's okay, Will.
right, well, let's see if you have a
Jesus.
wrong opinion here because this is gonna. I think we're both gonna have the same opinion here.
I think so. So it should be a quick
Um,
send off.
who is the goat when it comes to the NBA? Now, you can say whatever name you want to say. Like, there are some crazy mild people thinking that Steph Curry is starting to become the GOAT. And
I was
that's
gonna say the same thing.
fine. You can have wrong opinions.
Very much so.
Um, but the two obvious main names, right now are LeBron and Michael Jordan. Um, I'm gonna start off this situation in this case by saying this. Michael Jordan didn't leave from team to team looking for a superstar studded team to win a
That.
championship. He stuck with his guns with the Bulls. He was like, "We are going to win a championship on our terms with the team that we have, and this is how it's going to be done." And he won, what was it? 6 of them. He was 6 for
I got the
6.
stats right here. I got the stats right here. NBA championships, 6, LeBron, 4. Final MVPs, Jordan, 6, LeBron, 4. Regular season MVPs, Jordan, 5, LeBron, 4. Scoring titles, Jordan, 10, LeBron, 1. All NBA first teams, Jordan, 10, LeBron's got 13. And then all defensive first team, Jordan, 9, LeBron, 5.
Okay.
So the
So
stats are pretty black and white when it comes to who has the most accomplishments as far as getting it into being the top dog.
now we can sit here because this is one thing I will say. I think and this goes by like you don't even have to look at the numbers. You can just look at the gameplay because also gameplay has evolved so much throughout the years.
Mhm.
Um I think Michael Jordan had some of the best defense accolades number 1, but he was one of the best defenders in the NBA by far.
Mhm.
I mean, there's no
And
question about it. And I think there are a couple of new young stars right now who are becoming really good defenders. But I think Michael Jordan will forever be that all-star defender.
very
Now,
much so.
to counteract this, I think LeBron's offense, I think his natural ability to get to the rim,
Hmm.
his natural ability to shoot the ball with inside, you know, watch this pump fake, spin around, fadeaway, 2 pointer, like inside the paint. I think his offensive prowess is very. I think it's something that you have to consider into the GOAT conversation. I think he.
Absolutely,
I think.
absolutely.
I think his offense is better than Michael Jordan by far, and I don't think there's a
Uh,
question
th- yeah. So
because
this is this is
good, good.
So this is where the conversation gets really, I think, tricky and interesting because they grew up in such different eras. So the defensive style that Jordan would play on LeBron wouldn't fly in today's basketball. So, but if you take LeBron and put him back in Jordan's time, would Jordan still be okay with getting beat up as much as Jordan did? Jordan got chokeslam thrown down, beat up every game. Now
Yeah,
you get LeBron catching a little elbow or something like that, and he's crying about it. So that's where I'm like, depending on how it's being refed or whatever, LeBron could dominate. He's a big boy. He can move
I
quickly on
don't.
his feet and put the
I
ball up.
I don't think he could survive in Jordan's era.
Absolutely not. He would cry by every call. He would if he grew up in that era, it could be a very good conversation that he might actually rival Jordan if he grew up with that kind of physicality in the sport. But since it's so geared to protecting the athletes now, any little thing, any little push or whatever, they're gonna call a foul on.
Yeah, because I mean that's across all sports. I
Very much
mean,
so.
like look at the NFL. I mean, you can go back to as far as like the way people tackle nowadays in the NFL. If we want to talk about pound for pound, one of the best linebackers to ever do it is Ray Lewis, or pound for
Hmm.
pound, one of the best safeties to ever do it, probably Troy Polamalu, right?
Yeah.
But that's because they were back then able to lay the hammer down on anyone,
Yeah.
and they were able to hit you as hard as they wanted with basic if they hit you as hard as they wanted, there was like a 25% chance you were going to get a call, like a
Yeah.
penalty. Nowadays, if you hit someone as hard as you want to hit them, you have upwards to like 75%, probably like I'd say like high 60s, low 70s that you're gonna get a penalty thrown at you. So you have to
Oh
be
yeah.
so careful about hitting, and like I
Yeah.
think that does affect the game and affect the goat status. Um, and I think same thing with basketball. I think Michael Jordan played in the more aggressive
Hmm.
era as far as they didn't get a lot of calls called back then. They didn't, if you wanted to like the charging penalty in
Yeah.
basketball.
Like they've revamped so many things. So that's why I'm like, it's if you take numbers for numbers, the stats are the stats, but then if you take it into comparison as far as play styles, again, like we said, it's so hard because they're two different eras completely. So it's very hard to kind of say if they were playing back then, if they're playing now, really who would win. Because I would still say that LeBron would, or not LeBron, Jordan would still favor in playing in today's day and age because he grew up with the physicality that he did. So that way defense aren't playing hard on him. He's like, oh, easy day for me, buckets for days. But then he would struggle, I think, on the defensive part because he would be so physical that every little touch or push he'd get a call for.
Yeah, I think the modern era, like Michael Jordan, would probably be like Shaq, right? Because I think
Yeah,
Shaq was like that middle ground of modern to old era because Shaq did have that really aggressive like play style where
for sure.
if he went in for a dunk, he was gonna dunk over your ass, and there was
Yeah,
no
you gotta get
stopping.
out the way.
Yeah, you're either gonna get landed on or you're gonna move out of the way.
Yeah.
I think that was like the modern era Michael Jordan as far as aggressiveness. But even with Shaq, like you saw the amount of penalties that he got called on him,
Mhm.
or he made others get called on. But
Yeah,
obviously, it didn't help Shaq because his free throw was atrocious.
awful.
Um,
Now the only person who I think would rival maybe this conversation, and I think we talked about it the other day too, was Kobe. Like Jordan is the only person who ever said the person that like had that hunger and that drive and that focus in him was Kobe. So if Kobe would have still been here, he probably would be putting up numbers, and it would probably be not even a Jordan LeBron conversation anymore. It might even just be a Kobe LeBron conversation.
Okay,
Since Jordan's kind of got his own accolades, it would be like, hey, this is the modern stuff. Kobe against LeBron. It would be a good conversation to have.
here's my thing, and I'm gonna say this till the day I die. I think Kobe longevity. I'm gonna say. I think
This guy.
Kobe longevity would have been better if he wasn't such a prick. He had a ball hog. He
Okay,
that his
I'm gonna
mental.
stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there, bro. I've seen so many videos about Kobe and why, because you know that him and Shaq had a big headbutt
No, for sure.
on the Lakers, and they explained why he was like that with Shaq. He said, "Bro, you're gonna show up to practice late. You're supposed to be the face of this team. You barely put in your best foot forward at practice. So why would I trust you in the game to do what you're supposed to do?" He's like, the guys here that are putting 100% in, that's the people I'm trusting. If you can't sit here and do that at practice, I'm not going to trust you in the game to do it. He said, so I trust myself to do, so I'm going to do that. So he
And
said, if you can't do that at practice, I can't. I don't even respect you to give you the ball in the game.
I get that. I mean, I don't get that mentality. I understand what he's trying to say. I understand it. But at the end of the day, everyone's being paid a certain amount of money, and a good money, by the way.
Oh,
Everyone's
for
being
sure.
paid really good money to do their job. Now, that can be like, NFL draft bus. There's NBA draft bus just as much. Someone will go in the first round and they'll be like, they were the king of the college. They were this, they were this. They get into the NBA and they get mollywopped. They get stomped on. They're not
Hmm.
that first round hype that everyone wanted.
Yeah.
But everyone gets paid. And especially when Kobe was in his prime, he had a pretty good Lakers team around
Yeah.
him.
They were solid.
Pass the ball. Pat,
Yeah,
dude.
and I feel like
I think
the counter to that is you said it. You're all getting paid a shiny penny to be here and be part of this franchise. So if you can't even show up to practice on time, this is your job. If I show up to work late, do you think the work cares about that? No, I get in trouble. So if you can't show up to your job, because that's what basketball is, it's a job
uh-huh.
to do this on time. Why would I even respect you on the court when we're playing for real?
And I get that. Fair enough. But okay, here's my thing. I think if Kobe would have passed the ball more in his early days, because once he got older, you saw, whoa, Kobe's passing the ball. Whoa,
Yeah,
the Lakers are winning games. They won games with Kobe being the ball hog, but do you know how many more championships they probably would have went to if Kobe wasn't getting triple teamed and he was like, I'm going for the dunk even though I'm triple teamed. You're being triple teamed. Pass the ball, get a 3-point from your point guard, and you
yeah,
probably would have won a lot more games. So
yeah. I remember saying
I
the same
think
thing growing
he
up.
I think he is not in the GOAT conversation because of himself.
I,
Because
I
of his
guess. I
because of
guess.
his own doings, he is not in the GOAT conversation. And that is, I will take that to the grave because
You
I think he is a good basketball player. I think he was one of the greatest, but he's not in the top 2 because of his own doing.
honestly, if I'm being honest, Kobe's probably not. He might be in the top five because you got to think about we got Larry Bird, Wilt Chamberlain, we got all these old heads from back in the day who were dogs. I don't think there's many people in today's league that I would maybe put in the GOAT. You could say maybe Tim Duncan, or you could say Kevin Durant, or Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like you have some big names on some of these
Whoa,
teams.
whoa, whoa.
These are some, these are
It is too early to say Giannis. Let's
That's it, like
fucking
that's what I'm saying. Like these are a lot of like the big names. Like these are the faces of these franchises who are supposed to be the best of the best on their team. So
I get it, but brother,
hey, we just name a people.
you were cooking with that list until you said Giannis. It is too early for Giannis to even be considered
Hey,
top
I mean,
15 ever.
I mean, he's okay. Like from growing up, again, I haven't watched basketball in probably 5 years or so, so I don't know how well he's really doing anymore. But when I was growing up, these were the big dogs in my head. But
Yeah.
again, it's been about 5 years.
No, and like, dude, you cooked. Oh my god. You cooked with that list. You cooked. You
Like
like you were cooking for sure. Tim Duncan, he was great. Is he top 15 of all time?
maybe,
That that's
maybe.
that's that's a rough decision. And again, right? You have all these old heads that changed the game, that changed the time of their era. Like,
Hmm.
and I think that's what, like, unfortunately, right? Because I think Steph Curry is definitely declining as time goes on. But
Isn't he retiring this year?
I don't know.
I heard something that he said he was retiring this year after the season.
In my opinion, Steph Curry changed the game when he joined the league.
Hmm.
Within like the first 5-10 years of him joining the league, he changed the game to, oh shit, we have to watch out for the 3 pointer.
Yeah,
Because
and the deep 3 pointer.
back then, even like within the past 25 years, well, okay, before Steph Curry, I'm gonna say before Steph Curry, you had to worry about like right at the line 3 pointers. You had to
Yeah,
worry about like the inside the paint. You had to worry about inside the 3 point line. Right when Steph Curry came in, it was like, okay, now we have to worry about 30 feet away from the fucking basket.
yeah. You talk about half court. You got to pick him up at half court, or he might put it in. Like
So I think just because of that, I think that does put him close to that top 15 range, if not in the top 15, because that forced the game to change
for sure, for
around
sure,
an era. Because then you started having point guards in college, like, whoa, if I want to be someone different, if I want to be someone good in the NBA, I have to start working on these longer
my 3 range.
shots.
Yeah,
I have to start working on these like longer range shots so that I can keep up with the pros. Because right when Steph Curry started showing, I think a lot of people had it in them. I think a
yeah.
lot of
They
people
just
had that 30 feet range shot in them. I just think they were too scared. And I think their coaches were too afraid to let them kind of unleash it until the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry came out and they were like,
oh, we can do this.
send it.
Like, why
Like,
not?
yeah. And again,
Now here,
oh, good, good.
now here's a take, and I don't mean to derail from where we were going, but I feel like the NBA now is so offensive sided, it's almost boring to watch because it's just the three. Like it's almost like a 3 point contest. Some games they just pull up, shoot the ball. It's just scoring points. There is no defense being played anymore. It's such a shame to see. Like the defensive aspect has really declined from what we grew up with. You talk about 100+ point games, like 150 points in a game. Where's the defense at? It makes the game just a shooting contest. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's cool, but I like to see some of the defensive aspect.
I think it really comes down to I think they're called fast breaks
Yeah.
in
I mean,
the
there is a
in
lot of fast breaks, and that also goes back to nobody getting back on defense when a fast break's happening. So you get the steal, you're breaking down the court. Defense, get your butt back on defense. Because they just don't care. There's like, oh, it's just 2 points. We'll catch that up and we shoot this 3 pointer coming down the court. So
yeah,
it's kind of annoying, but I get it. It's the game, like you said, the times have changed, the basketball styles have changed. So I can't expect it to be the way it's always been because that's not growth.
but I mean also like when you think about it, right? You sit here and now you're starting to disguise Steph Curry. And I'm using Steph Curry as like that prime example just because he changed he changed the way 3 point shots are made. And so now
Mhm.
Golden State made sure that okay, people are going to start triple teaming Steph Curry to make sure he can't land that three. How do we still get him the ball to for him to be able to land his three? They
Yeah,
started doing more pick and rolls. They started doing double uh
double screens.
double screens to
Yep.
where it was like, you know, his splash brother is far in the corner, Steph Curry, boom, double screen, throws it back to Steph Curry on the other side of the court, and Steph Curry is now by himself because the other two defenders are on their ass because they got double
Yeah.
screened. But then now the NBA is like, oh well, we don't want that. Like that's illegal. Let's make that a penalty. Let's make that a foul. And then it's like, okay, well now we're starting to ruin the game because now we're getting more and more fouls
Yeah.
that takes away from the fun of the game. So I think the more points, like to the more defense side that you want, isn't because of defense. I think it's because of these stupid penalties that are being called every
And
almost
again,
every 3 minutes.
and again, that goes back to what we were saying about the GOAT conversation about like the playing styles is so different now. Like you're talking about the defensive aspect, they got so strict with the rules that again, any little push or elbow or whatever the case is, they're going to get called for. So the defense has to let up so much, and that's what I don't like. Like they've got so soft with it that now you can't even actually play defense without it being a foul. So it's stupid. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah. I think because this is like probably a later conversation because I think everywhere has changed, unfortunately, for the better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Unfortunately,
it's all to protect the players at the end of the day, and I get that. But
but
when you know where we came from and how aggressive it was, and how kind of it's like, oh shoot, George just got choke slammed to the ground, and he got back up and still kept playing. Like that's tough.
I'm gonna end off this conversation with this because I think WNBA is closer to old school basketball than what NBA is basketball because I think the amount of stuff that WNBA players get away with compared to like men's basketball is like
You talk about like Caitlin Clark and stuff like that.
well, like of course Caitlin Clark, right? Because she's like the face of
Yeah, she gets
WNBA.
beat up. Yeah.
Um, she gets beat up, and then her homegirl. Oh my gosh, what is her
Oh
name?
yeah, yeah. I know you're
Her
talking about
homegirl
though.
comes walking up and is like,
Boom.
"What did you just do?" Grabs her by the head, slams her on the ground, and is like, "What the fuck is going
Like,
on, bro?"
and that's just okay, and no one cares.
No, but like
Okay.
they get the penalty called, but it doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
because
no.
there's still a big old fight on the court. And it's
Yeah,
like this is like old school NBA compared to like
yeah,
NBA right now. Um,
for
and
sure.
okay, also the penalty for over celebrating. Can we stop?
Like
Like
it's
if they do something good, let them
let them be
celebrate.
hype. Yeah,
They deserve to be able to celebrate. And like it's like professional gamers.
like we don't do that
Professional
with soccer. Like we
profession
feel soccer go crazy.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's due to time, right? Because professional soccer players, they have that
They
time
can just
after
run the
they
clock out,
score. They can like go up to they do the
flag, and
running slide on their knees and they're like, "Go Blasso away."
yeah,
Um, but like in the NFL, here's my thing, right? In the NFL, you score a touchdown, the time is stopped.
yeah.
The timer is not going anymore. Let him celebrate, bro. Like, well, my thing is, I don't care if it's against my own team. That person torched my defense.
Let them have the
He
moment.
deserves to celebrate. I think
Yeah,
we've become so. I think we've become so sissified when it comes to when it comes to like celebrations. And I'm thinking like professional gamers because professional gamers they don't care.
they'll
If
go
they if
berserk.
they do something crazy on stage in front of thousands of millions of people, they're gonna
Mhm.
let you know. They're gonna stand up and they're gonna be like, "Damn straight, woo!" And it's like,
And
"Oh,
you
I
just
gotta get
keep
back
going.
into it," because time doesn't stop in a video game.
No, you got to keep it
Time
going.
continues, and they do not care. They will stand up, celebrate. They'll look at the other team, emote on them, and then they'll sit back down and do the game again.
Yep,
I think I think more sports need to let celebrations happen. I
for
think they
sure.
need to take away the over celebration, the over, I think if you do something good, you need to be able to celebrate that that cause.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Well,
I think that's it.
yeah,
That's the last one we had.
if you guys have any more hot takes that you guys would like us to talk about, leave them down in the comments and we'll make sure to hit them up. I think moving forward with this podcast, I think our plan is to do once a week. Right now, this is a recording session that's like on a Thursday. Every episode will be posted every Sunday morning. So just keep your eyes out for that. Um, we do have our official YouTube channel that we will make sure to blast that out for everyone.
Heck yeah.
And we are hoping to do an Instagram for this channel. That way everyone can start following the Instagram. But for now, follow the YouTube and make sure that you guys are watching up. If you guys have any comments down below, let us know. We'll comment on them on the comments, or next episode we'll hit them up. Uh, I think moving forward, this is a fun podcast. We are
Heck
gonna
yeah.
have fun. We are gonna talk about things we want to talk about, and I think that is what is gonna make this podcast like exciting and different. I think we are gonna have fun doing what we want to do and not what the world is forcing us to do. Um,
Absolutely.
so yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Devin, do you got anything else?
Now just keep up with the socials. If you guys have anything that you want us to discuss, we'll look at those. And if we decide we want to talk about them on the podcast, we will. Uh, no, like Will said, we're here to have a good time. We're going to talk about what we want to talk about, do what we want to do, and just be ourselves. We don't want to sit here and act like we're putting on a show for you guys because that's not what this is. This is actually us, what we're thinking about these topics and how we feel about them. So we just want to be as real and authentic as we can with you guys. Uh, but super excited for to see you guys in the next video.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it here. This is the first episode of Off the Record with Will and Dev, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.